At the Helm is brought to you by Boat US. Better boating starts here.
Welcome back to the social place for boaters, The Drift, and our friends from Boat US are once again at the helm.
And our friend Lenny Rudo is back with what you should look for when your outboard is idling.
That stream of water right there, that's called the telltale. And that tells us that the water pump is pulling raw water up, circulating it through the power head, and then putting it back out. This is how the engine maintains its operating temperature. So it's critical that we see that water flowing. Here we see an outboard that's idling, but no water's coming out of the telltale. Anytime you see this instead of that, it's a red flag. Your outboard needs attention. Now, this is my boat. I run it all the time, and I noticed a few weeks ago that the telltale was getting weaker and weaker. Then the last time I ran it, I noticed that at idle, it wasn't producing water at all. Great timing for this video, right? But it really is, because it also gives us a chance to show you the first thing you should do when you notice there's no water coming out of the telltale. Rev the engine. If the water pump is on the weak side, or maybe beginning to go bad, a little bit more water pressure rolling through there when you rev the engine up should get the telltale, to start pumping. The fact that I can rev the engine and get water pumping out of there tells me that I don't have to call for a tow. Yet, this is still cooling the engine as I'm running the boat. Now, just as a side note, I wouldn't want to idle forever like that. I'd want to make sure that I get some time periods where that water's pumping, where the engine will overheat. Now, there's another possibility here to chase down, people. If it's not pumping at all, there is some possibility that an insect built a nest inside of that tube. It happens. Also, sometimes if you run aground, the water pump may suck up some mud or detritus that might work its way up into the telltale and then get stuck in there. So, to find out if it's merely clogged, what you need is a piece of stiff fishing line, 50, 60-pound fluorocarbon, something like that. Look, I came prepared. And then, get down to the telltale, insert it, and slide it in. As you slide it, spin it between your fingers. Whoops, spun a little too hard. As you slide it in, spin it between your fingers if it stops. And you can work it all the way in like that. All right, now let's see if it worked. Nope, which I kind of knew because, again, when I rev, it is pumping. Normally, this will clear you up if it's not coming out at all, regardless of whether or not you're revving the engine. So what's next? Well, unfortunately, I probably need a new water pump in this engine. Now, don't forget, if you're running for a short distance, you may be able to shut the engine down, let it cool off, maybe pull off the cowl if the conditions are appropriate. Obviously, the sea conditions will matter a lot in just how you're going to handle the situation, but sometimes you can get back to the dock by running for short distances, shutting down the motor, letting it cool, and then starting up and going again. If not, or if you smell anything burning, which is an indication that you're starting to melt hoses and pieces in the motor, well, in that case, it's time to pull out the Boat US app.
Better boating starts at BoatUS.com. Visit them for more helpful boating tips.